Good morning. Today is Monday, April 20th. My name is Coach Spence. I'm a physical education teacher at the Heart Complex. Today we are going to be concluding our lesson on first aid and CPR. This past week we've been going over the basics. Just a reminder that since you have completed all your assignments, that does not mean that you're going to be certified in first aid and CPR. This is just a lesson. You're not going to be certified, so don't walk around thinking that you're a certified CPR. You can just go and perform first aid and CPR on anybody. It's not correct, but you just know the basics. We went over let's get started. That was just the basics. We did check, call, care. Remember, you check the scene, make sure it's safe for you. That's the first thing. You have to be safe for you before you can help anybody. Calling 911, all the information you need to give out to the 911 dispatch, and care, how to provide care. We also went over unconscious adult, AED, and choking victims. We also went over shock, basics of shock. Today we're going to be going over the Good Samaritan Law. Now, the first lesson I told you about the Good Samaritan Law. There's a law that has been made to help people and try to get people to help more often and not being scared of being sued. All right, so today's agenda: make sure you do the attendance on my stream. Also do the attendance on Focus. Do the do now. Make sure you complete the assignment that I'm going to put up for the Good Samaritan worksheet. Make sure you complete the exit ticket, and your homework is to complete any missing assignment. Remember, I said I don't care if it's late. I'm not going to take any points off. I just need you to complete it and submit. All right, so you're not going to lose points if it is late. I understand. Today's objective, the NJSLS, is 2.5 and 2.6. After reading the assignment's instructions and completing the Good Samaritan worksheet, the student will be able to recognize how the Good Samaritan Law was put in place to protect individuals when they're helping in an emergency situation. The DOL, the student will complete the daily worksheet covering today's topic. All right, let's get into this. The Good Samaritan Law, first aid and CPR. All right. When you're providing any kind of first aid or CPR in an emergency situation, even if you're not certified to give first aid or CPR and you're helping somebody out, you are protected by a law called the Good Samaritan Law. As long as you're not being negligent or reckless with the victim that is hurt, you are protected by the Good Samaritan Law. Okay? All 50 states have enacted the Good Samaritan Law, what gives you legal protection to people who are willing to provide emergency care to ill or injured persons without accepting anything in return. The Good Samaritan Law were developed to encourage people. They're trying to get more people to help others in emergency situations. All right. They require the Good Samaritan to use common sense and reasonable level of skill and provide only the type of emergency first aid to which he or she is trained. Okay? So as long as you're using common sense, you're not being silly, and you're helping somebody, you are protected by the Good Samaritan Law. They assume each person would be his or her best to save a life or prevent further injury. Okay? Like I said, the Good Samaritan Law was enacted by all 50 states. It helps you from not getting sued. Now, non-professionals who respond to emergencies, also called lay responders, are rarely sued when helping in an emergency situation. However, the Good Samaritan Law protects that responder from financial responsibility. Okay? However, protects you from financial responsibility. So if somebody sues you, you're protected by the Good Samaritan Law. In cases where this individual who is helping in an emergency situation and is negligent, meaning they're messing up on purpose, they're just causing more harm than good, they are not protected by the Good Samaritan Law. So if you're going to help in an emergency situation, not certified, please be responsible. Do your best. Don't be reckless. As long as you're using common sense, you are protected by the Good Samaritan Law. They want everybody to help out because we need time, or the EMS needs time to get there, and the more help that individual injured person has before they get here, the better. Especially in a situation where somebody might be unconscious and is not breathing. If that individual is giving chest compressions, that helps circulate blood throughout the body. Okay? If you find an individual that has no pulse, that means the heart has stopped. You know the heart job is to pump blood, oxygen-rich blood throughout the body. So when you're doing the chest compressions, you're basically pushing on the heart and you're helping that blood get through the body. Okay? Your organs in your body need blood. Okay? So somebody's heart stops, that blood's not traveling. That CPR, that compressed compressions helps until EMTs are there. Now remember, we went over AED. If you're in a facility or outside in the park and there is a AED on site, use the AED. It's very simple. You plug it in, you turn it on, and you listen. It tells you step by step everything you need to do. It's very simple. The more individuals who help, the better that injured person will be, better chance that injured person will survive. So, if you're ever in a situation and you're scared in the back of your mind, like, oh, I might mess up and they're going to sue me, as long as you're not being negligent or reckless, you are protected by the Good Samaritan Law. If you are interested in learning first aid and CPR and actually getting certified, you contact your local Red Cross, or maybe you can contact East Orange Recreation to see if they provide a class, or the local YMCA, they might provide a class, and you can become certified, okay? If you're thinking about becoming a lifeguard, you're going to have to be certified in first aid and CPR. A lot of camps, if you want to be a camp counselor, they require a lot of the counselors to have first aid and CPR training. So keep that in mind. It's a good way to make a little bit of money over the summer and being certified in first aid and CPR. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Please complete the assignment, and I will see you next time. Bye.